The squad sitting in the aftermath haze. Truth ain't kind, we all gotta pay. Microphone spitting out lies to see. The laughter masks all that pain. Timmy's eyes showing the heat. Burning bridges all in vain. After the mind dies, there's nowhere to hide. Echoes of the past on every side. Truth spills raw, cutting deep wide. Timmy's haunted by what he can't confide. The squad's faces all turned to stone. Two drunks drown in a lifeless sea. Every word etched in his bones. Their stories twist in reality. Moments of glory now shrouded in grime. Podcast shadows cling tight, refuse to let go. Faded memories tangled in time. Timmy's truth, a bitter afterglow. After the light dies, there's nowhere to hide. Echoes of the past on every side. Truth spills raw, cutting deep wide. Timmy's haunted by what he can't confide. The squad's faces all turned to stone. Two drunks drown in a lifeless sea. Every word etched in his bones. Their stories twist in reality. Moments of glory now shrouded in grime. Podcast shadows cling tight, refuse to let go. Faded memories tangled in time. Timmy's truth, a bitter afterglow. Timmy's voice echoed dark memories. Two drunks stumble, lost their way. The squad sitting in the aftermath haze. Truth ain't kind, we all gotta pay. Microphone spitting out lies to see. The laughter masks all that pain. Timmy's eyes showing the heat. Burning bridges all in vain. After the mind dies, there's nowhere to hide. Echoes of the past.
Welcome to the Aftermath podcast. I am Timmy, and I have BB, or the BB, here with me. You want to introduce yourself?
Well, I mean, I go by many things. The Delta BB, Drunk One, just BB. Good to see you
All
again,
right.
man.
It's good to see you too. It's been a while.
Unfortunately, Drunk Two, I don't think is going to be dropping in tonight. He may hit the chat. I hadn't even told him we were going live tonight.
Might want to put the word out here.
Yeah, let me text
no,
him.
This is our first solo podcast with the Aftermath, huh? Gonna be a interesting one.
Yeah,
So,
man.
I guess
I mean, I like your new intro that you got going on, and like the logo and stuff that you got. You actually have your own style to it, even though it's
Yeah.
hosted over on the Delta BB channel. But I think it's cool. All the stuff that you have that you've added kind of made it your own.
I've got a pretty decent production crew that's keeping up on it for me. I'd be at my wits' end if I would have done it myself. I got credit to thank to you know, the Delta BB here. He set up my intro. He got my song made for me. I made sure I was set up pretty good here, and I gotta appreciate, give appreciation where it's due, man.
Hey, I
Thank
mean,
you.
when you get your own PC or get you a new PC, man, I'll give you the login to the Delta BB channel to where you go live on your own and do your own thing with it.
That's definitely the goal here. We'll see where this kicks off and see when I can afford to get a different PC or even just a different laptop that'll run better. But this one seems like it's doing pretty well besides the sound quality issues, I suppose. Still can't get it figured out just to run through my mic. But all right. Well, so I suppose since this is our first podcast on the aftermath, we should probably explain what we were doing. I know the first one that we did, the BB Unfiltered podcast that we shared with, we kind of explained it, but the unfiltered, we're going to cover, what happens on Two Drunks. We're going to cover the Squadcast, and we're also going to cover the Delta BB Unfiltered, and anything in between that happens that, kind of comes up that we see fit. You got anything to add there?
Oh man, pretty much you're pretty much like the anchor of you're like the paparazzi, I guess, or the whatever of you're a tabloid. That's what you are. You're the tabloid of the group. Uh,
Ooh.
you get the perks of watching everything and being like, you know what? Hey, y'all may have fucked up in the middle of something that you said, whether it's Two Drunks or Squadcast. Like, I just fact checked y'all's ass, and you were wrong at this timestamp. I mean, you could even go so far as that, man. Timestamping videos and taking cuts out of the YouTube videos and being like, I have clips to show you of you fucking up.
You want me to bring all the juicy details, huh?
Hey, I mean, if we fuck up, let us know.
Well, I do see that it still only says two drunks in a bottle on the introduction, and it's clearly 2 3/4 because there's a half and a quarter drunk.
Yeah, I get more views when I post a video of my kid giving the introduction to us doing an episode tonight.
Oh yeah, dude, he's cute. Well, I would like to start off, I do apologize. I'm a little under the weather. I've been dealing with sinus issues, so if I'm itching my nose or sniffling a lot, that's what it is here. So, yeah, let's kind of get right into it. So, you guys had a Two Drunks podcast here that just actually went live on Twitch, I believe, and then you posted it on YouTube.
Yeah, we're trying something new with that. It was Hunter's idea to try the Twitch thing. We did figure out that we kind of had it labeled incorrectly with Twitch. That might have decreased views because we didn't have a whole lot of views on Twitch. But Twitch is such a bigger platform when it comes to the podcast scene and stuff that people will just randomly just be looking up podcast, what's live then, and just hopping in and out of stuff. And we might be doing something that catches someone's eye and makes them want to stay and tune in and even subscribe. I was kind of hesitant at first with that because I'm pretty partial to our YouTube crowd because we have built it for so long, and it kind of sucks to kind of leave them behind.
Lost your audio there for a second.
But we're not leaving them behind.
Okay.
We Hunter said that he was figuring out that we could probably dual stream, so we'll actually start going back live on YouTube again. I mean that's where the most people watch us. So why fix something that's not broken?
Okay. No, I mean, I think trying to reach multiple platforms wouldn't be a bad deal. It is hard going from one to the other, especially, where you guys were getting consistent views on YouTube going live. Because, most people on YouTube nowadays, especially with the algorithm, if they're not catching you live, they're never going to see it in their feed. And nobody clicks on that whole who you're subscribed to and see what they're actually posting, unfortunately. It's just kind of one of those things there that,
It kind of sucks. Some things that kind of may play a factor in it too a little bit is, we took almost a month hiatus before we had posted. Like the holidays killed us this year with content wise, and that's something that hopefully in 2025 me and Hunter are looking to try to do better. And it's not just Two Drunks in a Bottle that we're looking to do better, it's Squad Productions as a whole that we want to do better. Kicking off 2025, we introduced this. We introduced the Aftermath, and that you're in charge of the Aftermath. So like we're continuously trying to build on top of the brand, on top of Squad Productions. I've got I think the next 6 months scheduled for Squadcast. It's just when the squad is available to do it. I think we actually have one coming up this weekend with the squad.
okay. So are you guys going to do that on like a Saturday or a Sunday?
Let me look at the Discord real quick, and I'll actually tell you when you can expect that, because we are doing a Two Drunks this weekend.
Yeah, I was going to say your Two Drunks should be scheduled for, well,
normally
in 2 days.
The idea is to do Squadcast on Friday nights. And yes, we have a Squadcast scheduled tomorrow at 8 p.m. So it's actually kind of good that you moved the date up for this.
Cool. Perfect. Yeah, I was kind of worried about doing it tonight. I'm kind of on my own at a job site where I'm working a little bit late to try to get stuff finished up there. So, but no, tonight kind of fell into place, and it's going to work out here. I'll be looking forward to seeing this podcast, man. Maybe I'll hop in there and spam you with some different colors and shit.
Hey, man,
I know you love that.
You're absolutely welcome to join the Squadcast.
Yeah, so I kind of wanted to bring that up. When I was commenting, and you kept saying I kept changing colors, man.
Dude, it was
so
tricky.
I was just going in there and changing the identifying color so you guys could see. So then every time I commented, it changed it, but it would never change it for me. So I was like, it's not working until you started commenting on it. I was like, perfect. I'm gonna keep changing it now.
Hunter couldn't figure it out at first. Hunter's like, I guess that he changes colors. I don't fucking know. It's like, is he? So, are you telling me he's a fucking chameleon? Because like, he's a fucking lizard. Like, he's just changing his colors. Like, what the hell is going on here? And Hunter's like, it's not that big of a deal. And I'm like, no, it's driving me fucking nuts. Man. It's driving me fucking nuts. This is sus right here. How many alt accounts does this fucker have?
Yeah, and I gave my own permissions.
Yeah, you adding himself as a moderator. That's even better.
How rogue can I go? But yeah, no. I think all in all, it's not. I was looking at the comments, and hopefully, I was hoping that we would get a couple comments in there because, to see what we can address on and get some of the viewers' perspective on it after the fact. And it was kind of a lower hit video there, which is, it's not uncommon from going from a hiatus, and especially not going live on the normal platform. Don't get me wrong. That has a lot to do with it too. But, we didn't really get any comments. And, from our viewers, if you see it live or if you see it after the fact, it really does help the production value too.
It sucks because we're sitting at 19 views on that. compared to where we average anywhere from 50 to 100, and then
Yeah.
over a 2-month period, we're anywhere from 150 to over 200. It does suck seeing that, but I'm telling you, I think it's because we weren't live uh, and posting it afterwards. We have a real close knit following. Like most of the people that are watching, we know those people like personally. Because I mean, shit, the Aftermath Unfiltered, where we did both of them last weekend, it's sitting at 42 views, and I think we were over 20 that night.
Yeah.
Some of what we do may not be everyone's cup of tea, but we're uh sitting at 42. I mean, it's not bad. YouTube kind of, I think, is like clearing like the bots and stuff right now, because we went from almost 230 subscribers to we've dropped down to 147, and so we lost all these subscribers within a 2-month period, and it was when content wasn't being posted. And that wasn't people unsubscribing to us. I think it was YouTube taking bots out. So there must have been bots somehow subscribed to the channel. I didn't buy bots or anything like that to give us more subscribers or anything. And then I've watched different videos have really high views and then be pretty much cut in half. There was one that me and Ace had done that had over 500 views in less than 24 hours. And now it's cut down to there's only actually 220 views on that.
Really?
So, you're starting to trend to where, like, man, that's a really good fucking video. Me and Ace did something right. Sorry, YouTube's like, no, you actually didn't do good that video. You only got 220 views. And not saying that's not good, but we were pretty fucking hyped for 500 views.
Yeah, when you reach your first 500 goal, man, that's kind of a big deal. And especially getting started out. I mean, hell, what you guys are a year into posting on YouTube, a little over a year.
I'm 2 years in. The squad has been around since 2023.
Okay.
And we started doing squad podcast in 2023. A lot of our squad gaming things like that started coming out in 2023. So we've been under the Delta BB for going on 2 years. So we've slowly grown, but we really started taking off when Two Drunks became a thing.
Well, and that's most guys say when they start out. The first, I think it's like 5 years, man. It seems like you're just itching to get those numbers. You're slowly creeping up on it, and then all of a sudden it just starts booming with it. I'm curious to see how many of the other popular YouTubers have taken a hit from, if YouTube has been purging bots, their numbers have to go down too, because there are people that will buy bot subscribers just
Which,
for
if
their
YouTube
favorite
catches wind
YouTubers.
of that, like you're done. They'll suspend your account, deactivate it, whatever. You'll get a strike. That's not me and Hunter want to be. We want this to come as natural as possible. When it comes to Two Drunks, and I do all of us are doing this for a hobby. None of us are making money off of this. We've got squad productions, but we don't pay anyone to do anything. It's just a bunch of friends sitting behind computers and making stuff for each other. Shit, Decoy NDA has made me probably 20 fucking Suno songs AI generated. A few of those that I've used for different things. Whether it was I think he made me one for the Squadcast, he made me one for Unfiltered. Like, that's Squad Productions. It's just a bunch of fucking friends that are doing things to help each other and to make this a better experience for everyone.
Yeah. There you go. And it's, when you have such a close-knit group like that too, And especially with being so close to the holidays, it's kind of hard to get people to dedicate that hour and a half, 2 hours, especially towards the end of the night. I know I was struggling with it being, fuck, man, it seems like the holidays just last forever around here because we got so many families to jump through. I can't guess how it would be for people that live like 2 hours away, so it's holiday specials, they can either go really good or they can go really poor.
But man, it's hard. It's hard to like step away and actually go do something else. Uh, because like Saturdays is the busiest day for me and Hunter because it's like set up, set up, set up, and it's hard to be like I know Jess kind of struggles with it sometimes to where she's like, babe, I want to go do something, and it's like, oh, we got a show tonight. uh, and
Yeah.
it's like you can't take a break. We got a show
No.
tonight.
Sometimes there is no break. That's why most people just start pre-recording stuff.
And we've
And
tried
then
that
still
too,
launch it.
and release it as a premiere. We've tried that too, to where like me and Hunter we released it as a premiere. It was pre-recorded, and then me and Hunter were in the chat, like just commenting back and forth. We did it with Danny's video. Danny's was a premiere, and me and Hunter just sat in the chat watching. And I'd have to go back and see how well that video did because I can't remember. See what it was at.
I'm not too sure.
Uh, it's sitting at 102 views 4 months ago.
That's
So, I
not too
mean,
bad.
it's decent.
And you guys don't get any ad revenue or nothing like that. You haven't reached that high.
Well,
Do you
that's what-
see do you see like the viewers throughout the months that it's been up? Do you see a graph like that or
yeah, you can with YouTube you can see, and I'll show it. I mean, there ain't nothing to hide, you know. I'll share my screen and kind of show it. So you can see like ranking by views and stuff like that. You can look at your analytics
Okay.
where you see that we lost 65 subscribers in the last 28 days, and that literally was in a gap of us not doing anything. And it was almost like since our channel was sitting dormant for a month period, YouTube was like, okay, we're gonna take this opportunity to get rid of shit.
Oh, so we should have really just titled this Unfiltered as two drunks falling out.
You can see our last live stream. One of our last live streams got 37 new viewers. We had 33 returning viewers, and then we gained 1 subscriber.
Oh, that was the bot that I made.
Yeah, it was probably your buddy that was in the
Oh,
Twitch
Tristan.
last time.
Yeah.
And in the last 28 days, we've got 182 views total.
I didn't realize that side of it. I've never really kind of stayed consistent with posting on YouTube like that. I tried it back in like 2013, 2012, posting COD videos.
And it'll go so far as to tell you like where they found the video. You know, 29.7% of people found it by browsing for it, and then other people's content, stuff like that. And then as for like the monetization standpoint, we have to have, which it looks like they've changed it up a little bit. No, they didn't. There's 2 different ways. 500 subscribers, and then you have to have so many watch hours. We have to have 3,000 watch hours, and we're sitting at 567 watch hours. So, I mean, we have gained quite a bit of watch hours from when we first started to now. And most of those were over the last year.
Well, it sounds like they were just trying to purge it so you wouldn't get monetized.
I mean, it is
This
what it is. What it
conspiracy.
is. Is what it is. It sucks. YouTube game. We're in it for a hobby. We're not in it. If we make it big, good for us. Kudos to us. We'll give ourselves a pat on the back when that day comes, if it ever comes. Outside of that, we're just gonna keep grinding and treating it as a hobby. Like that's what it is. It's a hobby. Uh,
Right.
now you can see, like, for Two Drunk side, like we're steadily investing and upgrading stuff. And me and Hunter were just talking this last weekend of our next upgrade is we're gonna go ahead and buy another camera this year. We're gonna end up going with a DSLR to be able to stream in 4K, and it's gonna look better. So like we're continuously making upgrades, and we're not making any money off of this. We're doing it because we want to, and we're probably gonna spend $1,000 on a camera. Is what's gonna end up happening.
Well, I mean, it's a pretty fun hobby to get into. And it's not like you guys are digging yourselves a hole getting into it too. You're still having fun. You're not having burnouts. It's still just it's an interesting thing to do. But
Us taking a month off, there was also months to where like for like 2 months straight, every weekend we did an episode for almost 2 months straight. Uh, so you still get your burnout periods, but it's not as often.
well, and it's hard too to step out of your comfort zone with different alcohols as well, because you don't know you don't have any stories with them because it's all new to everybody, and you don't know what mixes well with them because most people just drink shit straight anyway because they don't have taste buds.
That's
So,
kind of where we're running into right now. Is like we're we're stuck on uh bourbons and just whiskey in general. Uh, and we haven't ventured out and tried that many clears. We've done a few, but then, like you said, we're trying stuff that like we don't know how it mixes. We don't know. We don't know if you're even supposed to mix it. Uh, and we take a lot of recommendations when we go to a liquor store or like from guest experiences. What liquor should we try? Uh, we announced a lot of changes for 2025 that's going to happen with Two Drunks.
well, and a lot of those changes too. I think the most important one would be just not getting too out of hand, because like you said, quoting you don't want to listen to two blabbering fools just yapping to each other, and they're the only two that can understand each other too. Do you think maybe that's had an effect on viewership or maybe potentially subscriber losses?
No, I don't think it. I don't think it has anything to do with the subscriber count loss. That was way too many subscribers gone at the same time, the same day. Like it tells you exactly when they left. It doesn't tell you who it was, but it tells you exactly what days you lost subscribers. And it was mass losing subscribe. Like the first time we lost subscribers was right before Thanksgiving, and we lost 20 something subscribers. And then right at Christmas time, we lost another 40 something. Uh, and it was both of those periods were on the same exact day. So like if
Okay.
you unsubscribe right now, it would show me that it would show that I lost a subscriber today.
Okay.
So you kind of get what I'm saying. Like there's no way that 40 something people on the same day just said
Nah, fuck it.
we're all gonna just leave at the same exact time.
Unless they all deleted their account at the same time. It's kind of a coinky dink.
I mean,
Well, you brought up that.
Unless Zach Popes finally unsubscribed all 60 of his accounts that he comments with.
Don't fucking don't bring him into this. He's gonna hop back on with 72 of them just to subscribe to
Hey,
you.
I mean, subscriber count, man. Get it up there.
I suppose. So you brought up changes with the two drunks. What do you consider the most major change in looking ahead?
Probably going away from the green screen. Uh, that was a huge thing. That was a huge investment. And to take the risk and take them down and say, you know what? Instead, we're going to create an image, and we hope that the image looks better without the green screens, and then to actually see it afterwards, an episode air, and it's like, damn, it actually didn't look bad. And that's when we got to talking about the camera, and we're like, we want to upgrade the camera next. What's up, Josh?
What's up, Joshua? So did you guys actually do like renovations to the room, or did you just slap fresh paint and then build a bar? And I guess make a couple picture frames.
It was pretty much just slapping paint and building the bar.
So if we see it in 4K, are we gonna see the mud lines in the room?
No. No.
There you go. Well, I mean, it looks good. You guys have a really good setup, man. It looks nice. It looks crisp and clean. A lot better than the green screen. You can get a lot out of a green screen.
It always drove me nuts that I had like an outline around my body. Like it looked like I was cut and pasted into it. And it always drove me nuts. And Hunter used to try to do his best to fix it, and he got to a point to where it was almost not there, but it just didn't look natural. And we tried to make it look as natural as possible. But to actually not have the green screen and you be able to see like the Jack Daniels picture clear as day, and you being able to see that new Crown Royal picture clear as day, like, and even the TV, you can see the logo clear on the stream. You can see the logo in the background. And I think that's actually going to be a cool new feature, is when we have virtual guests like yourself, you're going to be behind the bar with us. And so it's all three of us behind the bar. We're all three tending to the bar. It's going to be cool having you actually behind us, and us not looking at the TV screen in front of us at you. You know?
Yeah. So are you guys actually going to be able to see the guest, or will it just be behind you?
That depends on how Hunter has it set up that night.
Okay.
He may have Discord on the other TV that sits across from us, which is normally our comments TV. Yeah. Or shit, we may even pull it up on Discord, which Discord on the tablet, which is our complete home media center type deal right now. Is like we can control everything in that room with that tablet. So we would be able to watch you on Discord on the tablet and still be able to look at you.
Well, that'll be nice. It's always good to get a personable experience too, because I mean, when we first started this, my Discord was acting up, but now I have your video feed coming in, and you get more interaction. It's not like you're just staring at a blank screen waiting for social cues, through a voice.
Yep.
You get a lot from seeing somebody's face, man. I personally struggle with that. If I can't see the face, man, it's hard to judge somebody off of their voice, because sometimes they put emotions in to where it doesn't belong without noticing it. Everybody does. Social cues or body language is a big part of communication, and I think it helps flow with the podcast. It also helps being there. Unfortunately, being 700 and some miles away, it's hard for me to just up and take a weekend out.
No, man, we expect you to be here every weekend.
Yeah. I'll be here. I'll be here virtually, my man. I'm gonna do my best.
No, we need you in-house.
Well, we start booking some fucking plane tickets, and it's gonna get expensive. You better start hitting that ad revenue. We're gonna need Joshua to subscribe, and
Josh has already subscribed.
Well, he needs to hit that bell notification because he came in 30 minutes late.
He was playing ATS.
Oh, okay. But no, so we got a lot of changes here coming, and unfortunately, not a lot of people saw the Two Drunks video, but you guys seem to be going on a different format too. You guys are more structured. I mean, it seems like there's more time limits, so to speak, on different topics to try to push through. It's not just a getting lost in a conversation. I know some people like that, and a majority of the people like to have a structured video when they're watching it, not just something that seems like it's gonna endlessly go on.
You know, you had covered the New Year's stream that didn't air, and that was kind of like one of those eye openers of like, man, it went too far. And I'd sat down with you, and me and you had talked a little bit, and I'd got your opinion, your input on what you thought we could what we could do better. And then I sat down and pitched everything that me and you talked about to Hunter, and was like, all right, dude, like we have to buckle down, and we have to go back to our format. And then also introduced a docket or an itinerary, whatever you want to call it. I introduced that into the picture and was like, okay, it's not a script, but it's okay for the first 15 minutes. This is what we're gonna do. Then here's the topic. Here's a topic. Here's a topic, and here's how long we're gonna spend on each of those topics. And the last episode, we ended up going 10 minutes over, and that's all that we went over was 10 minutes.
It's more like guidelines. It's not technically a script. We're not sitting in a studio figuring out what's gonna crack out and what's not. But it's important to have structure. There's a lot of that to where, I mean, I'm guilty of it. I ran up podcasts 4 or 5 hours going into it. I mean, they were fun to us. I mean, I had fun. The morning after wasn't very fucking fun, but I think we had a great time. But most of the videos I see of people that they do is the funner you have, the worse it does. You gotta, not everything that you enjoy, everyone else is going to. So, I mean, I think structure, maybe not script, is a step in the right direction, just because it kind of keeps you guys on focus too. It keeps the guest on focus. It helps everybody have an end goal in mind, and not just we're sitting at a bar having drinks and then we're getting yelled at by the old lady because we're 8 hours into it and 3 paychecks down.
It was beginning to feel that way, and I was getting defeated a lot of the time. For one, my recovery period is a week. Every single fucking time. Like, them heavy nights, man, it takes a toll.
No, I don't hear from you for like 3 days, man.
That's what I'm saying. I'm hungover for fucking 3 of those.
Yeah, I feel it. That's why I don't reach out to you neither.
No, but this last episode, everything was fine. Hunter still drank. I think he had 1 or 2 beers, and I didn't drink any beer. I didn't have any filler in between to add on top of what we were already doing. I had Coke in a cup and was drinking an ice cold Coke in between the shots and the mixed drink and the over ice drink. Just because I knew I wanted to go into 2025 with that new mindset of, okay, we got to do better. Let's stay comprehensible the entire podcast.
Yeah, I mean, feeling afterwards too kind of helps drive the content. If you're regretting the aftermath, so to speak, you're not wanting to do it anymore. It kind of fucking sucks.
Well, we had even talked about doing the aftermath after the podcast, and it's like, man, that's
a lot.
not a good idea. And we were going to record them, and it's like, that's not really a good idea. And that was between both of me and Hunter both. And shit, Lip was still involved.
Yeah.
We were talking about doing that, but it was going to be more like blooper style.
Okay.
Just where we're taking the camera out to like the fire pit or whatever. But you're already drunk and you're continuing to drink, so it's just getting worse. And there's probably some funny moments in those, but I can
But not
guarantee you a
enough.
lot of it wasn't enough to release the whole entire thing. I'd rather us do this format and talk about, like, this is what did you know you're a dumb motherfucker and you did this when you were drunk as fuck. Like, if we did go too far and it was live, you're that person to be like, did you know you did this because you were drunk as fuck.
Only half the time it's me and they're drunk with you, so maybe I won't say it. Well, I mean, you guys covered, what was the bottle called? The Wilderness?
Wilderness Trail.
That? Okay. Who's that made by? Is that, that seems like a Wild Turkey thing.
Damn, I had looked up what all they made.
Because it didn't sound too, it sounded hot. Like it wasn't too good.
It was, it reminded me of a scotch.
Okay.
Like it was just, it didn't taste good. Like, even over ice, the very last drink, it was hot. We let it chill in the ice, and it was still hot. It didn't start to even lose its heat until the ice melted. Just all it made a good mixed drink, but I only did one shot, and then the rest with Coke in that whiskey cup. And normally I'm doing a 50-50, which is 75% whiskey and 25% Coke.
I don't know if that math quite maths out, bud.
It's called the BB 50-50. Hunter knows all about it.
That makes more sense. All right, carry on. Oh, he can't read and talk at the same time. I have the same issues.
I'm not reading.
Uh-huh. That's what I usually say, and I failed English class.
So it's really no one, like,
No one big.
No one big. No, it's
Okay.
Wilderness Trail Distillery, Shane Baker and Dr. Pat Heist. Danville Distillery produces 215 barrels a day using the time-honored sweet mash process. So it's like no one big. The bottle was bought for me for Christmas, and the guy bought it for me. My father-in-law bought it for me because he thought it was a cool-looking bottle.
I mean, it looked pretty neat. I liked how the neck was, like how the whole bottle kind of shaped out. You know, it's a neat bottle to have on the shelf, but it sucks when it's like not really a good liquor. I got a Alien Head vodka, which not a bad vodka, not something I would sip on, but it had a chrome alien head, was pretty cool, so I had to get through the whole fucking liquor to be able to store it and never touch it again, and that was rough.
Man, I'm a vodka drinker. I like my vodka over ice, straight, but I'm that cheap vodka guy. You know, it's Aristocrat, Burnett's, just the cheap, nasty shit that no one really wants to drink. You know.
Yeah, no shit. You're what is it, Slovakia? What's that cheap Russian vodka? It comes with that fucking red logo on it. I think it starts with a P. I can't think of it, dude. It is the harshest fucking vodka I've ever had. And I don't know, have you ever heard of Hawkeye vodka?
Yeah.
Dude, I drank like half a gallon of that shit and ended up puking all over myself one night playing Pong. That was the roughest night ever. So, this is no one big. So, do you have any future bottles that you guys can disclose that you're gonna do? do you want to give kind of a peep into this weekend's episode, or you want to leave it up to a surprise?
This weekend has not yet been decided. Uh, Hunter and I haven't even talked about it. I can tell you in the future, since we did this really hot bottle, and it reminded us of a Scotch. It reminded me of Johnny Walker Black.
Okay.
If that tells you anything, Johnny
Oh,
Walker Black's
God.
hot.
It's rough. But
Like
it's good.
it's not
It's
a
not
shooter.
bad.
It's not a shooter. So Hunter and I talked about just doing a Scotch night and maybe trying a few different Scotches.
Okay.
And those are just sippers. So just doing a shot of them over ice and sipping on it until you finish that one, and then try another one. So doing a Scotch tasting,
There you go.
do a real man's tasting, not that fucking pussy ass wine tasting,
Well, if you're gonna do some real man tasting there, you gotta get a couple cigars, man.
And that's what
Nice
with the
fat
Scotch.
Cubans.
With the Scotch, that's what we had talked about doing too. Was going ahead and doing a couple of cigars.
Okay. Well, don't get anything under $10, man. It's kind of shit.
Well, Decoy had said that in the last episode of Two Drunks. Don't do anything under 10. I think there's even a point where he was like, don't go over a certain amount. Don't go over like $25 or something like that.
Yeah, don't go over 25, but don't go under 10. Yeah, and you guys looked up that Maker's Mark cigar that I suggested too. What'd you think of that? It's not cheap, man. It's a good cigar.
It would be kind of cool to find it and do it. I definitely think that's gonna happen. I think we're gonna have one of those nights. We just got to figure out when. And it may even just be 2 bottles of Scotch. I pick one, and Hunter picks one, and then we both buy cigars.
I mean, you let me know, man. I'll have a cigar with you. I only get like one of them a year, so it's kind of one of the, ever since we quit smoking, the cigar is kind of what I look forward to.
Outside of that, I know we're gonna do gin this year. We're gonna make martinis. I've never had a dry martini. So we're gonna make
shaken, not stirred.
So we're gonna do martini. I think we're actually going to eventually try to make an actual Moscow Mule and get the actually put them in a copper cup.
With the mint leaves.
Yep.
Don't understand why they put fucking mint leaves in there, but all right.
I've got some margarita mix. We may maybe Cinco de Mayo around that time may do an episode of margaritas. Not even just tequila, just margaritas and hang out. We got a few plans.
Are you guys gonna do another game night like you did last year?
We have the video capture card. If that's something that the guests want to see, whether it's squad side or Two Drunks, absolutely. We'll hook up the Xbox, the PlayStation.
Well, I know you personally do gaming streams in general, so it's kind of hard. Is it hard not to class that kind of thing, or does it kind of just come naturally with the different platforms?
What do you mean?
Well, I know you guys don't. Well, from what I know, you guys only did one stream to where was it Mario Party, and where you guys played off of the Switch. Is it kind of hard not to just want to play video games, or is it something that you don't have an issue separating?
Oh no,
with the different platforms you got.
Man, we could absolutely sit down a controller and be like, okay, this is what we're doing or whatever. Most Sundays, me and Hunter are sitting in the living room watching different random ass TV shows that we find. There's so much more than. There's so many different things that we do. Like
you take it back. When you say there's so much more than video games, you take it back right now. Oh goodness. Well, so you guys got some things planned up. You're taking a little bit more of a Well, I mean, you've always taken the viewer suggestion. Seems like you guys got quite a bit more. You may not have had the viewers after the fact, but you've had some comments in there to give you some fresh ideas. It's not just doing the same liquors over and over again.
Yep.
You know, and I did notice that in a couple of the episodes, especially the ones that I was involved in, it kind of got to the point where we were stuck at the same stories. You only have so many stories from your memories that you remember. So, I mean, the good
Eventually
ones you
you're
never
gonna
get.
start. You're gonna
You just
eventually
start
start
circling
telling them,
back.
yeah. And I think that in 2025, that's probably a section that's going to be cut out. At least for the two drunks themselves, is drunken stories probably will be left out in 2025, and we'll figure out a different filler to put in to that section to kind of kick things off.
Okay.
Not sure what. Open to suggestions with that too. Outside of just drunken stories, I'm sure we
I
can
don't
come up
know,
with
man.
something.
The kangaroo fight night was pretty hot for a
Oh
while.
man, that one,
That was
that was,
nuts.
yeah. That was probably one of the wildest live streams. Uh,
That was one of the long ones too.
it
Yeah.
was. We did get fucking tore up from the ground up, but it was funny the entire night. I think all of us belly laughed the entire night.
Well, we had consistent viewership with that one too. Not only did we have live viewers, but we
I
got
think that
what,
night we
over
had
64 within a day
yeah.
from
I
looking
think
at it.
just the live stream itself, we were sitting at 15 to 20 consistently watching that entire live stream. Uh, so it was kind of cool to be able to see that. You know, the highest count we've ever had in a live stream, I think, was 50 people, and it was at one of the SEFC events, us live streaming the fight. Uh, so it was kind of cool to be able to watch some growth.
Yeah. Do you have more SCFC fight nights scheduled, or how's that going?
They were supposed to have one this weekend. Hunter and I were going to sit it out, but they live stream them on Facebook. So me and Hunter, which I hadn't even talked to him about it, I was thinking about us kind of like reacting to some of it and doing it that way. But not sure yet. I haven't reached out to the promoter. We're eventually going to have the promoter on the podcast this year. The announcer, he already said he wants to come back. He's been on the podcast before. We had audio issues that night with him, so he wants pretty much like a redo. And he was a wild turkey man.
He wants his redemption shot.
Yeah.
He just can't get out of the fight club.
Yeah.
There you go. No, I really like those episodes. It was pretty cool to see you guys out and about and live streaming outside of your comfort zone too. And I know there's a lot of, especially if you're not from that environment, there's it's easy to be a critic about not knowing how to interpret the fight. You don't know the moves and whatnot. But I mean, hell, the average person going to an amateur fight, because this is amateur, right, or semi-pro?
There are some pro fighters there are pro fighters there, yeah.
Okay, so but like
But yeah, it is mainly
most of the
amateur.
audience is amateur. They're not gonna know every single move like Joe Rogan. You can't have an announcer like that or somebody that's gonna dictate the fight or interpret the fight like that. Some people like just having an average Joe Blow going, oh fuck, he got kicked right in the fucking jaw. How'd he kick him from behind like that? That type of a commentary, it kind of just reaches a different viewership with it.
The first time that me and Hunter did it, it was we went into it knowing we didn't know shit. And then the second time that we went, we were like, okay, we're gonna kind of do a little more research, and we did a little bit better. Like you said, we still don't know fucking everything. We didn't study and say, okay, well now I know what that move was.
The backwards monkey kick.
Yeah, like we still didn't know. at the same time, it's kind of hard to concentrate on commentating and watching it at the same time. Because we're super interactive, so we're wanting to be interactive with the guest or the audience, but also still trying to be involved in what's going on in front of the camera.
Oh, so you're not really good at multitasking, huh? What are you sipping on?
Root beer. I'm not drinking a real beer, so I
Ooh,
figured I'd drink a root beer.
the hard shit.
Yeah, the
All
hard
right,
shit, man.
the hard shit.
It's
There you
caffeine
go.
free. It's so hard.
You better slow down, man. You've taken we're gonna have to get a sip counter because I'm pretty sure I've taken over 27 of them. I'm just been slow rolling on this drink here. Yeah, no, it sounds like you got some exciting stuff coming up, man. It's hell, I'm excited for the new year. Excited for doing some more aftermath, seeing the squad cast that come in. Um, Potentially more Delta BB Unfiltered. Like, do you guys have more of that stuff set up for the unfiltered side of it? Like, how's that looking for you?
Well, unfiltered's my baby. That's where which everyone says they don't know why I named it the Delta BB Unfiltered because I don't have a fucking filter anyways. Uh, so why name it the Delta BB Unfiltered? Well, we're gonna fucking talk about shit that might not be easy on the ears. Uh, and so that was supposed to be a filler. For when we didn't have squad cast or we weren't gonna have two drunks. And then 2025, I expect it to be more of when we don't have a squad cast, we're going to do a Delta BB Unfiltered. And we're just going to rotate them in and out, in and out. So every Friday, you should expect to either see a Delta BB Unfiltered or a squad cast. And then we'll come up with a certain day that you want to do your aftermath, and we'll do the aftermath on that certain day too.
Well, yeah, you gotta start
Unless
giving me some content to go on
unless you
to,
want your Friday night slot,
man. Well, we'll just have to keep it on with the schedule here. So yeah, I'm not too sure. With work and everything, it's gonna be a little bit more free floating. I'm taking on a little bit more responsibility, so it's
you
still
know,
up in the
either
air.
either way, it'd be nice to kind of give you time to come up with what you want to talk about too at the same time. So the random times works for me. Uh, I may not always be available to do this with you. It may be someone else. Actually, Jess was interested in sitting in on an episode of Aftermath with you at some point.
That'd be all right. I'd be down to have her. I mean, she's a little bit more cuter than you are, but I still like your face, so it helps that you're not family.
And I'm sure Hunter will sit in here just like I did tonight and be in the hot seat and get to experience it from a one-on-one standpoint.
Yeah, that's one thing I kind of wanted to bring up. Is getting the different perspectives of the production crew. Because I know he deals with a lot of the live streaming and uh, uploading the videos, and Jess is more of the. What does she do? She's more of a producer and like keeping you guys fucking wrangled in, or
Yeah, she has a T-shirt that says on the front of mine and Hunter say drunk one, drunk two, and her says drunk handler.
okay. So
Uh,
she's the one that was in control of you when you guys are getting all fuckered up and shit. She wasn't doing a very good job sleeping.
oh, trust me, I have to hear it for days on end, and next day it's get your ass up, kind of.
Yeah, hell yeah, that's my cousin.
It's like you did it to yourself. I didn't tell you to fucking get shit faced drunk.
Fucking hammered. Wondering why you look like a bent ass nail getting out of bed. Well, shit. I mean, you guys covered a lot in the last drunks, especially about the future and everything else. we didn't have well, I mean, we had a Delta BB Unfiltered podcast joined in with the aftermath. Hell, man, besides talking bullshit, we're kind of here, ain't we? Is there something that you that happened in your week that you kind of want to bring up with production wise, or
No, not really. Tune in tomorrow to the Squadcast. Not sure how many of the squad are going to show up. And then tune in Saturday night for Two Drunks in a Bottle. We're going to be live both nights the same time. So 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. We'll be live with the Squadcast and Two Drunks in a Bottle. We got a snowstorm coming in, so we'll see.
oh no,
We'll see how it goes. As Jess would say to probably you is, hey, Mother Nature's on our front line and she's drunk. Come get her.
yeah, you guys can have it. We haven't had much of snow, man. You guys can get your 2 inches and go batshit crazy.
We're supposed to get 8 to 12 inches, bro.
Oh, you guys are gonna be snowed in for like 4 days.
Yeah, I know, right?
You better go to the store, get all the toilet paper, start selling that shit on eBay.
We buy our toilet paper at Sam's Club, so I'm good. We buy like a year's worth once a year.
That's what we do. we get a year's worth and just don't worry about
it. Yeah, like we don't struggle to get into that crowd of going to go get toilet paper. It's milk that I need to invest in a cow and put a tab in that cow because Remy is going through fucking 2 gallons a week.
Oh, dude, it's fucking nuts. Ours is going through it. We've got her on whole milk, and we're going through like 2 gallons every week too. She loves her fucking milk. It's nuts. But I'm not buying a fucking dairy cow because they cost too much. I'd rather just go and buy the gallon.
I just want to get a dairy cow and put it on tab.
It doesn't work like that.
Go pour your own milk, bud.
You got to go out in the morning, and you got to go out in the evening and play her some sweet jazz, baby.
so look to end your podcast because I know we're coming up on the end. I went to the doctor the other day.
Oh no!
And I got some bad news.
I did not give you chlamydia. It is your fault. You slept around.
I got bad news.
What's the bad news?
He told me I had to stop masturbating.
Oh no, fuck him. Get a new doctor.
I asked him, I said, well, is there anything physically wrong with me? Is it morally wrong? And he said, no, but I'm trying to do an exam here.
Yeah, they don't really like it when you touch yourself when they're doing the physical either. Turn and cough. Well, and kind of coming back to the whole, I'd really like to get the rest of the production in here too as the 101.
I can make it happen.
Or even if they just chime in, we can do a sporadic kind of getting somebody else in here, like we had Hunter in here when I dragged his ass in from playing fucking the FiveM server. But no, that would be pretty cool too. And
yeah, I could absolutely make it happen. You tell me which one you want, and I can get them here.
Well, I don't want to get yelled at quite yet, so maybe we'll hold off on Jess. I'm still waiting to hear back from keeping you up those 3 nights for 5 hours. But well, you guys, it seems like we're getting somewhere. You guys are heading in the right direction, man. I can't wait to commentate on some more stuff, point out some of the crazier shit you did after saying that you guys are going to tone it down.
It's toned down, dude. I'm turning 30 this year. It's time to tone it down.
Oh, you're already 30?
I'll be 30 in May. That's what I'm saying. I'm turning 30 this year. I got to tone it down.
They call it Dirty 30 for a reason, baby.
Yeah, gonna do a birthday stream. That's what we're gonna do.
Ooh.
I'm gonna tell Hunter to take off, and we're gonna throw down for my dirty 30, too drunk style.
Oh hell yeah! Are we gonna wear our suits?
Yeah, I gotta go get one first.
No, you don't. You were born with one.
We're wearing those.
There you go. There you go.
Wrong platform, buddy. Wrong platform.
No, not on Twitch. It does state that on Twitch there might be nudity.
It does.
It does. I mean, it's kind of fucking weird. I got on there and it was like,
all of it was weird.
Obscene language may contain nudity, and I was like, oh well, shit, I'm taking my shirt off then.
Oh well, the only reason we hit that was because it was like may contain nudity or sexually explicit content. And it was like, fuck it.
Well,
we talk sexually explicitly quite a bit.
There's some innuendos, yeah, that's for sure. Well, hell, man, it's been a great time. I think this is kind of a good stopping point here, man. It's thank you for having me. Thanks again.
Wait,
thank you for the intro,
You're
man.
thanking me for having you.
Yeah, dude, you're the reason why we're all here today.
This is your podcast.
I gotta give appreciation.
This is your podcast. How are you thanking me for coming to your podcast? Thank you for having me on your podcast.
Don't you give me shit right now while I'm trying to think of setting this shit up.
I'm just streaming your podcast for you.
Well, you're welcome for being in my presence. Is that better?
Yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to hear.
Okay. Well, thank you for the intro, man. I do appreciate it. And the song, you do a lot of legwork. Not a lot of it gets seen, and I appreciate it, man. Thanks for coming in today. Thanks for hosting my shit. Now go the fuck to bed. No. This has been the first episode of the Aftermath.
We named it number 2, though.
Nah.
I named it number 2. You want me to change it to number 1?
No, it's fine. We're gonna fuck with them. I'm happy with it. But no, this is the first official solo podcast. It is episode number 2, but first official solo podcast, the Aftermath podcast. Thank you guys for coming in. I am Timmy, and my guest is
the Delta BB.
Thanks for joining us, guys. Y'all have a good night.
Timmy's voice echoed dark memories. Two drunks stumble, lost their way. The squad sitting in the aftermath haze. Truth ain't kind, we all gotta pay. Microphone spitting out lies to see. They laughed to mask all that pain. Timmy's eyes showing the heat. Burning bridges all in vain. After the light dies, there's nowhere to hide. Echoes of the past on every side. Truth spills raw, cutting deep wide. Timmy's haunted by what he can't confide. The squad's faces all turned to stone. Two drunks drown in a lifeless sea. Every word etched in his bones. Their stories twist in reality. Moments of glory now shrouded in grime. Podcast shadows cling tight, refuse to let go. Faded memories tangled in time. Timmy's truth, a bitter afterglow. After the light dies, there's nowhere to hide. Echoes of the past on every side. Truth spills raw, cutting deep. faces all turned to stone. Two drunks drown in a lifeless sea. Every word etched in his bones, their stories twist in reality. Moments of glory,